Hey, what is up everybody, Bladesphere here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the new power system that is going to be getting added into the game here, in which we don't know too much about here, but is going to be something fairly interesting. If you guys are actually interested in stuff like this, and I don't know what the flip I just said just then, if you guys are interested in stuff like this, just be sure to, of course, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hit the like button as always, and also smash that subscribe button. It really helps me go out quite a lot. We're still trucking on to 3.6k and hopefully trying to hit 4k by the end of the year. So I would love it if everybody could actually help me out here so we can reach this here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. So when it comes down to at least the game, a lot of things have been getting changed, or at least is going to be getting changed, revolving the 3.0.1 update. Whether it comes down to at least characters being at least in a limited time banner type deal, limited banners finally getting reran, new little collabs such as, of course, P5 now being P5R and things of that nature, we're actually getting a ton of new stuff. Now, one of those new things that we're actually going to be taking a look at here today is the power system and how that's getting changed. If a lot of you guys don't know exactly what I'm talking about here, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a sight into what I'm really going to be talking about here. And that's actually this. Now, currently, my freaking screen is giant. It's going to look something like this here for mainly the actual power system. We're going to be talking about this little graph here, and the main reason for this is because it's a graph that is absolutely new to all of us here. At first, I thought it was only for like a game mode, seeing that they're coming out with a new game mode that's going to be saved for a whole different video. But that was going to be tied to at least a game mode or some type of event. But no, what this actually is a power scaling system that is pretty much something similar to, if you guys have played Dokkan, the hidden potential system, or if you played like a game named 7DS Grand Cross, where we have a constellation system. Now, for anyone who is not familiar with those two type of deals, or at least what those really are, let me go ahead and pull that up as well. So for these, what these are is they're like inner stats for characters for the most part, or just for your entire CC. Much like the hidden potential system inside of at least Dokkan Battle here, you're able to usually unlock certain things that can actually boost up your characters more than what they seem. And this is what we're starting to get, at least in the Persona aspect. Kind of how we have 7DS, the more box CC you have, the more of these things called GP that you end up collecting, allowing you to unlock these orbs that boost up your characters and boost every last character you do own. This is going to be something that's technically going to be implemented in the Persona type deal here, seeing that if we go ahead and pull up the actual what's it called, the screen again for at least Discord, this here is actually showing cattle, right? If you do have cattle, you will have this most likely unlocked, or either you can unlock it by giving a certain amount of things. So if we go ahead and just shrink the screen for a quick second here, which I'm just going to quickly do real quick. It actually shows you the whole thing. We have our currency at the top right being the soul stones, we have the character right there, and then we can see, since he's hovered over the attack button, what it actually offers for this one attack button. If he wants to get an 83 just base attack percentage up, or at least 83 base attack up, he would need to give up a little bit of at least EXP materials. This is going to be something that's actually kind of nice, because not only are we getting balancing for characters and actually making them more viable, but now that this is in play, it actually allows you to really use those leftover mats and things. Let's say you don't really want to build anyone else and you just have mats sitting there. It allows you to take those mats and put them into a character that's going to be way more useful. For people like me who have a lot of things that are really completed and you're just kind of laying on just materials at certain times, and there's nothing really else that I can really build at the moment, this gives an extra incentive, because now I can just go ahead and take Who Knows Closer, where she's already busted, but I can go ahead and go take a look at Closer again, and by taking these different little materials and exchanging them out, I'm now able to have these permanent type buffs that are going to be going for both the summer Closer and also the regular Closer. Now, this is actually very interesting to see that they're going to be finally adding something like this in, especially in a PvE related game too, because like when it comes down to PvP, yeah, it's something that you can kind of distinctly see within like, oh, who's a whale, who's not a whale, who's more of a spender, who's a little bit of a free to play. But inside of this, it's mainly going to be PvE related. So this is only going to be something that you could really enjoy yourself for any characters that you really want to enjoy. So if you want to go ahead and unlock the nodes out for let's say for On, for example, you want to go ahead and unlock the nodes for On, boom, she gets her actual increases here, and you get to have your fun with this character and just enjoy it. I feel like this is actually a really good type of addition that they could add to the game, because not only is he going to give you something else to strive for, but it also is going to allow you to really play those characters that you really want to use, make sure they're useful for at least a story mode or anything that you're really taking them into, and making sure that you can have as much fun as possible. I feel like this is actually a really good addition no matter what, and I feel like a lot of you guys might also enjoy it as well. But there can be some downsides to this. So now we've actually done glazing this whole entire situation, let me guys tell you at least my qualms with this a little bit here. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, but Blade, hey, you just said all this good stuff about it. Why would there be anything bad about it now? What's the issue? What's the problem? Well, one of the main things that really caught my eye as they were really showcasing a lot of this, especially in their live stream, was the materials asking for. Now, if you're anyone who's a medium person, like a free to play, anyone who is small spending, stuff like that, it's gonna be kind of hard unless you're just overall just straight up only material grinding and not using your materials on anyone. And what I mean by this is because some of the things that they're asking for is a little bit absurd. So if we go ahead and take back a look at the little screen here, we can go ahead and take a look. And this, just for this here, is at least asking you for 800 of the level 1 pages. Now, some of you may be thinking 800 level 1 pages shouldn't be that hard, Blade. It shouldn't be something hard to get. Well, for me, even for me, and I've been sitting here grinding stuff like crazy, right? I have 400 of these pages and 100 of the level 1 pages and 1,000 of the level 3 pages. The main reason I have this many of these and these is because you usually get these drops way more than you're normally going to get these. If we go ahead and take a look here, and actually I want to actually bring it up in the actual what's it called, the enhancement situation here, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead and take a look here. We get ourselves 7 books, 2 of these books, right? Or 2 of these pages, right? The only way we're going to be getting those lower pages for the most part, or anything that really revolves around those, is if you're really trying to get those pieces, and most likely you're not going to come across those too easily. As you can tell, a lot of these things are going to be most likely given out when it comes down to some of the guild boss areas, certain things that you're actually going to be going for, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem for some people. If we go ahead and just match the images, as you can see, we have level 1 pages right here, level 1 pages. Now, if we go ahead and match that image again, that's the same picture. That is the same picture. If level 1 pages are this hard to get, how will we get these materials? So let's just be honest. How will we get these materials? That's 800. Now, of course, it could be a placeholder number. That is a very well statement. It could very well just be a placeholder number, and it may not be anything at all that we should be worried about. But that really kind of worries me, because if it is something like that, these are not going to be certain things that's going to be easy to farm up. Because when it comes down to the books, getting those, you would intentionally, and even here, we still are only getting the gold books. We're not getting any of the lower books here, or at least any of the lower pages. Getting those is going to be horribly hard to actually do here, and that strikes me very much so with a little bit of problems. Another thing was when they were actually showcasing this as well, one of the actual items requested, I think it was like 60 or 20 of these gold awakening bottles. Now, I don't know about you, but we have 1 chance for these to drop on the highest range here. 1 can possibly drop, or none can possibly drop. Sure, we may get the 2, and we may get the actual 3-star versions of these, which is the purple and the blue. That's always nice, but it does not guarantee us these, meaning you could very well be low on these. And why would I use them to actually fully awaken this when I could get up a character that truly does need it, that I do plan on using, seeing now everyone's really going to be useful, right? that's going to be an issue. That's my main qualms when it does come down to this system. And I feel like it's really going to pry apart those who are at that in-game crazy amount status, who's spending type status, while those who are kind of a little bit on the newer side, it could very well harm everyone. Now, do remember, this is all currently placeholders. We don't know exact things, so they may be changed, and it just may be just like a to be announced type explanation or to be announced type of item requirement. So surely do take this with a grain of salt, but I don't know how I feel about it just yet. You guys let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about it. Are you excited for the new actual system? Are you not? And let me know exactly why. But till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp, and stay determined. Peace out.